Boom! What's up, peeps? Welcome to the new segment of the Ins and Outs podcast, Casting Couch.
That's one way to start the intro.
And today we have Nina Brown.
Hello.
We have the wonderful Nina joining us today. Obviously, we have the camera ninja, the white Asian Jake.
What's happening?
Having a beautiful hair day today. This is the first one in a while. We haven't done a podcast in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Well, we haven't done one in here in the studio in a month.
Has it been a month?
3 weeks. Well, we had Cisco in the dance studio, aka the classroom. We had
that was a lovely looking set.
ugliest,
So ugly.
the ugliest podcast of all time. Thank goodness he looks good, right? Just close your eyes and listen because he'll entertain you. Then the next week we did a dance tutorial because, in all honesty, I couldn't be bothered doing a podcast. And then last week I couldn't make it. I had to bail on you. So yeah, it's been a while.
How sad.
It's nice to be back. I hope you guys like the new setup. A little casting couch. And yeah, this is Nina, for everyone who doesn't know. Nina is a professional dancer, recently graduated from Addict Dance
Academy.
I want to say
So
college
close.
then. Addict Dance College. And Nina's been doing my training program for a year now. Just over, I think. A year. We did it in COVID. We did it on Zoom.
Yeah.
Done it in the studio. And
all over.
so yeah, it's nice to be back, and it's nice to actually have our first in-house guest.
Yeah.
It's our first three-way
I feel privileged.
on the casting couch.
I literally said to him at the beginning, make sure not to say we're in a freeway today. And what have you done?
Here to
It's
entertain
happening.
kids.
Here to entertain.
I hope you guys like my new teeth. Some people say I look like Ryland. But hey, I don't care. I got new teeth.
It's really nice in those blue lights the other day.
Yeah, I look like Ross from Friends. But I wore glasses today to distract you from my teeth. So if you get distracted by them, I have glasses and I'm trying to look intelligent.
How's that working?
I'm definitely not cleverer.
Cleverer.
See? Cleverer. But yeah, it's been a while, so it's nice to be back. What's been popping since our last podcast? Obviously, I had my teeth done.
Ding.
That's the big news.
Yeah. Dribbled for a few days whilst teaching. Took a while to get used to them. But now they feel normal. Now I look at myself and I go, did I even get them done? And then Georgia was like,
They do look really natural.
no, you definitely got them done. I was like, oh, fair play.
Thanks.
Do you know that? So I teach kids, right, all the time. And this week, I had them done, 3 weeks ago? I had them done before Cisco episode.
Yeah.
So I had them done 3 weeks ago. But no kids that I taught had mentioned a thing, which is not like kids. And then I'm like, they're not observant children. Do you know what I mean? They don't clock. So then on Saturday, I taught this one group of kids. They're my favorite kids I teach. And they were like, sorry for all the other kids. You shouldn't be watching. They were like, if you are, go and ask mum and dad what casting couch is. They just got fired. Just lost my teaching gigs. Safeguard trained and DBS checked, everyone. So I went in and they went to me, oh my God, we Googled you, you're famous. And I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, you've been on the Ellen show. And I was like, yeah. And then I went to one of them, Emily. I called her Chatty Cathy. I went like this. I went, shut up like this, and pushed on the nose. And she went, he touched me like this. Like proper like little characters. They're like 11. And then there's one I call her Donut. Her name's Ella. Like these are like, I always say to Georgia, I'm like, if I have daughters, they need to turn out like these two. They're like child goals. They're really good dancers, but they're funny. And she went, you look like Simon Cowell. Just like that, like
Simon Cowell?
Yeah, she went, you look like Simon Cowell. She went, you've got white teeth like Simon Cowell, with no facial expression, just deadpan. And I was like, okay. And she went like that, and I was like, can I tell you something? And she went, what? And I went, they're fake. And she went, they're what? I went, they're not mine, they're fake, don't tell anyone. And she went, guys, Kane's got fake teeth. Told the whole room. I was like,
can't tell anything, man.
I was like, goddamn kids. So yeah, that was good. What else has been popping? We had our first staff Christmas party. By staff, I mean me and Jake.
Me and Jake. I just call myself Jake. That was weird.
Me and Jake, we went out in beautiful Swindon, played some table tennis, which we realised Jake's really good and Kane's not.
Absolutely trashy.
Yeah, only the first. Well, no, I won the first two.
Dude, it was 7-1.
And then
7-1. That's what I'm saying.
You can't get out of this.
No, I drunk 2 full drinks before he even drunk half of one.
True.
By the time we even got to playing, I was already a bit like, whoa.
That's just smart
But
gaming.
Yeah, or boring.
But you drink, I don't. So my half pints, your 4 pints.
Yeah. So anyway, he thrashed me, and then we went out, and there was like students everywhere.
It was dodge the student, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was like, I can't go out with their students. No offense to the students, but I was just like, I wanted to feel like I could chill. So we queued up outside, and it was freezing, right? We queued up outside this club, and there was these 2 girls in front of us, which were like getting harassed by a guy, and we just kind of like ignored it. How long do you reckon we queued outside for?
25 minutes.
25 minutes. So then the guy finally leaves, and Jake went, well done, you dealt with that really well. And they were like, thanks. And just before the guy left, he went, yeah, have fun queuing up to not fucking get in, like that. And I was like, they've just stood outside with us for 25 minutes, and now they're leaving. So essentially they've done the same thing.
Yeah.
He went, have a great time in that shit club. And I was like, you've just queued as well, and now you're leaving. Like, don't understand. So anyway, Jake said to the girls, well done for dealing with that. And I was like, cool, so is it good in here? And they were like, yeah, it's okay. I was like, it's just okay. I was like, okay, so where can I go where there's no queue? Like, there's a really good place around the corner. And I was like, and there's no queue. And they're like, yeah. I went, so why are you here? In the freezing fucking cold at like 10 o'clock at night. Like, we were all like this, doing the Harlem Shake. It's so damn cold.
It was so cold.
It was so cold. So they were like, oh, we just come here for pre-drinks. And I was like, you're an idiot. So we went to another place. And from the... Oh, I've got to tap the camera. Oh, pressure.
Come on.
Thanks.
Did I break it?
Yeah, no, okay, it's fine.
So then we went there. We drank quite a bit. And then we went to get a kebab. And no taxi ranks would pick us up from the kebab shop. None. What the fuck is that about? We queued we sat in the kebab shop. Everyone was like, oh, we'll be like 2 hour wait. I was like, well, I'll wait. They're like, no, we're not sending one. I was like, cool. So we broke into my in-laws' house and ordered a taxi from there. We ran in the freezing cold for like 10 minutes. And Jake was very drunk. I've never seen Jake drunk before.
It's a rare occasion.
It's very rare. And I didn't realise how drunk he was until the next morning when he was battered. I was like, you alright? He's like, I feel awful.
That's the most drunk I've been in 4 years.
Isn't it funny? That's the 3 day a
It's
week.
like the whole time I've known you.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Like,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I do that 3 days
Kane's
a
a bad influence, kids.
week. I told you, practice makes perfect. So yeah, that's kind of more cool stuff has probably happened since then, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Right?
Well, we've had a lovely time in the program for the last
Yes,
month.
we have. Hey, we wrapped the program for 2021. I can't believe it. I was thinking about it on Sunday night whilst in the bath, and
As you do.
I was sore, and I was just like, how nuts it is. Like, someone had to convince me to start doing a training program. I didn't want to do it.
Who convinced you?
We're not going to talk about it. And we can't. And then we so I started the program, and it's the best thing I did. Like, you know, you're just like, wow, like,
I did this.
no, but yeah, I did, but like, none of this was my idea. Like, someone kind of not forced me. They planted the seed, and then they had to convince me why it was a good idea. And I was like, no, I just want to hold an open class. And they were like, no, don't. Like, make it mean something more. And I've parted friends with that person, but I'm very grateful for everything they did for me and helped me. But so I've kind of parted ways with that person and taken it into my own, own world. And it's still going, like, over a year later. Like, and we did it through Zoom. Like, we did it on lockdown. And I don't know, there was like a super proud feeling to be like, I don't know, and maybe you'll get it because you've got your own business, and you'll get it one day, I'm sure. But you're like
the Nina Benina business.
The Nina Benina Brown, the business of Benina Brown.
There are moments like that. Like I was filming something in my own studio yesterday, and I just saw all my investments in the same room at the same time, and it was a moment where I just went, "Fuck!" Like, the journey all came into like a little full circle moment. It was a really lovely, like, fulfilling moment, which I'm guessing is what you were saying.
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck, like, these 30 people just this month have invested in me, and I was like, they all believe that I can help them, like, on their journey, and there was something really, really nice about that. And then I was like, wow, I wonder how many people have done the program since it started. Like, I should probably sit down and figure out how many people have done it. I was like even over lockdown, like, I had like Leia and Chloe in Scotland. I had like little cutie pie. Like, I had like, I can't say her real name, so I call her cutie pie. It's like Edith or it. And she's Scottish. It's a very strange name, but she's dope. Like Amelia, like how much Amelia has improved since the first time I taught her on Zoom to now. I'm not solely saying that's down to me. It's down to me. But like, I don't know. There was just something really amazing about it, and I was like a super proud moment. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice to get them. You know, Jake?
I was watching all the audio levels. I completely zoned out.
I saw your eyes, like, they were literally spinning, looking at 7,000 different things. So, yeah, we wrapped the program for 2021. We've had some dope guests. And I'm so excited to do it in January now. But now it's like, what have I got to look forward to the next few weeks? I know everyone's like, Christmas. I'm like, yeah, whoop-de-doo, Basil.
Fuck Christmas.
Like, Sunday's the best day for me. Like, Sunday is my goal for the week. You know what I mean? Like, my whole week builds up to that Sunday, and like, because I know I always feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, even if it's not me like learning so much or me like really dancing, it's watching other people like develop. And like,
and what's lovely is you keep on getting like a similar, like quite a few people keep on coming each month, and you can really start to see how much the progression. There's a few people we were mentioning earlier, which maybe we'll bring up later, like who there's just in the last like 3 months, just mind-blowing changes.
But it's not, and do you know what? Like, they're there to improve. So like, the fact that they're improving is dope. But like, if they didn't improve, I would be worried that I'm not doing my job. You know what I mean? Like, although I can only show them stuff, I can't make them do it. They have to apply it. But you know, I kind of pride myself on everyone will improve in some way. You know what I mean? No one should stay stagnant. But it's the fact that they say to me, like, how much joy it brings them, or like it's their favorite day of the week, or it's their favorite thing that they do. Like, it's mentally affecting them, not just like on a skill set level, but it's bringing them joy. And I was like, yo, like, that's why we dance, right? Because we love it. So like, I can put them in a vulnerable or stressful situation every week.
It's also like, I feel if you're at college for like the whole week, some people, it could be like, I've done this for 5 days, like I need a break. But like with people coming in like in the extra time, it just shows, and you can really like prove it. Sorry. I'm here. I'm so invested. Okay.
Can you say it again? We missed it. I was joking.
We did pick it up. It's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's dope.
Apologize.
So the program's going dope. Start back in January.
What day do we start?
The second Sunday. I think it's the 9th.
I'll bring it up.
Watch me be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the 9th. My brain is really not working this week, but I'm going with the 9th.
Carry on talking. I'm not there.
No, I'm intrigued now. I need to know when it is.
I
I know I kind of messed up the dates because I have to have a week off. I've got it already. Yeah. So it's the 9th, the 16th, the 30th of January, and then February the 6th, 4 till 7 p.m. in Swindon, SN57YT, and it's £80 for 4 sessions. Cheap as fucking.
And what do you
Oh,
get
yes.
with that? You get a guest teacher?
You get a guest teacher. You get good old me. And you get some...
Even better old me at the
You
last
get,
bit.
you get, and on the, if you attend the last session, you get dope footage of yourself by a very dope videographer.
Thanks, babes.
You know, I feel like it's definitely very affordable. You know, like, and
So
I made it that way on
affordable.
purpose because, like, I know a lot of the people which come as students, and students are always broke. So in my head, I'm like, if you spend that £20 every week on your training instead of like some shots on Friday night,
Yeah.
like that's how I see it. Like
Yeah.
£20 a week for training, like you'd
That's
spend
literally
that on a
4 or 5
night
shots,
out,
innit? Yeah.
like
Easy.
You spend it like that.
like that. You wouldn't bat an eyelid. So
Yeah.
why would you not spend it on training?
It's all about the priorities. It's like that typical why you
Microphone.
like you'd spend like, I don't know, 50 quid on a food shop, but you're like, oh no, I don't spend 50 quid on training. Why?
Well,
Yeah.
food's kind of important, right?
Okay, sorry, that was probably a bad comparison.
No, but, like,
you know what I mean?
Alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, coffees, etc.
Yeah,
I'd
Food
probably
is
spend 20
important,
quid
guys.
A week on coffee.
I spend way more than 20 quid a week.
Yeah,
on
but you got
coffee.
a Costa like opposite you.
Yeah,
So
I do
jealous.
have a Costa on my doorstep. I spend way more than 20 quid. Spent 10 today.
Oh yeah, 10.
Yeah, I had breakfast as well.
Okay.
Sausage sarnie from Costa doesn't get better. Keeps the
not
abs there. True story. Yeah. Do you know what? Do you know the one thing though, which us and maybe you, either of you will have an understanding or chip in. Like what I've noticed since doing the program is when I was training, I had no money. So whenever I spent money on something, like, it was my be all and end all. It was like nothing stopped me from. I would never go to it hungover. I would never like. It would be like I've invested my hard-earned money on that, and I actually have none.
Yeah.
And like, dude, some people like, and I'm grateful for people doing the training, like, and signing up and trusting in me. But what some people do is like, they'll pay for a month and they'll come to like one, or they'll come to two. And I get it, like, stuff comes up or you get like ill, but like, I don't know, just in my head, like, that would always be my priority. Like, even if I felt under the weather, like, as long as I ain't got Rona and I'm not going to kill anyone. Like,
The Rona. It's the fucking Rona.
but like, that wowould be my priority. You know, I'd be like, can I come and watch? Like, Beth this week,
Yeah,
like,
came
she's
and watch.
super ill.
But that's
She's got,
where-
no, she's got pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
But like, she was like, can I just come and watch? And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, you're aware of how much you learn by watching. And actually, where she was super clever this week is that she stood at the very front of the room whilst people were dancing and were like learning from watching and giving tips and shit like that and helping you. So she was
Yeah.
still learning shit, even though it might not have been steps.
You do learn a lot stepping back out of it,
Yeah.
I feel.
I like, even just editing the videos after Sunday, I watch them and I learn a lot just from, watching it.
I've got to tap again.
Tap again, please.
Tap that ass.
Tap that ass.
Yeah.
I was trying to distract her. I couldn't
It's
think of my
okay.
sentence. I was pointing at the camera. I was like, oh, no,
Yeah, so,
maybe.
like, and I just think it really surprises me how many people, like, they're like, oh, I don't feel great, so I'm just not going to come. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, you do you know what you need to do. But if it was me, like, I'd be
Turn
like,
up.
yo, can you set me up a webcam in the corner of the room
Yeah.
so I can watch? Like, I would. Like, I pay for a CLI pass and I watch class. I don't take many of the classes on there. I sit and watch them so I can learn in a different way instead of just
Well, we were talking about
doing
this
the
quite
steps.
recently, weren't we?
You know, like, I don't know. It just blows my mind. But I guess maybe it's I don't want to say a generational thing because I always blame that. But I just don't know what it is. It surprises me. What do you think?
Yeah, no,
You're in that generation, so you're in that bucket. Go.
Yeah.
I feel,
Speak
but
for your
if you're,
peeps.
if you're sick, you go. I'm one of those people, even if I was sick, I'd still go to school. Like, I mean, my mum would make me, but I'd still go to school. And that was just drilled into me. It's like, if you're ill, you go. But if you're really, really ill,
Then
you
you
come
sit
home
back.
at lunchtime. If you're, like, dying on your ass.
Like, I feel like we know what ill is, right? Like,
Yeah.
to me, ill is like I physically can't get out of bed.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
a cold or sniffles or the headache or hungover isn't ill. Like, we're taught the show must go on.
Yeah.
Like, that's our philosophy as a
Yeah.
performer, right? So in my head, like, this is the show. Like, I'm still going to go and train. Like, what would you do if you're alpha bub? Be like, I've got the sniffles, I'm not coming. Like,
Okay.
No.
Question then. Have you noticed a difference in, like, college student mentality from when you were training versus
Ooh.
who you train now? Obviously, it's harder because you're in teacher position now, so you don't see the... All
I
of
was
it?
the worst college student ever.
Of course you were. Always make my questions harder, don't you?
Like, I didn't do Fridays. Like, freestyle Fridays. No way I was going to college on a Friday. But like, mine was because I genuinely hated college.
Right.
I just
Why?
went. Why? I didn't do anything I liked. I
Right.
did ballet, contemporary, and jazz. Like, what did you do in college? 7,000 different styles or lessons. Like, cool. I did 3 lessons every day with the same 3
The same
teachers.
thing.
Like, every day. The only difference is on a Friday, I had a guy called Rob Bell. If you're listening, I hated you. You might be forgiven now because I'm an adult, but you were horrible to me. And you might have thought you were being nice, but you weren't. You've affected me traumatically my whole life. So I didn't go because when I first saw him, like, I was like, yo, he makes ballet look so cool. Like, a male ballet teacher, straight, tall, handsome. Like, he was like such a Prince Charming. Like, he could have been like pulled out of a Disney character and made into like a human form. Do you know what I mean? I was like, yo, like, if you're gonna sell ballet to a straight boy who wants to do
Game.
breakdancing, like, he's the guy to do it. So I was like, he's gonna be my hero. And he's a fucking asshole to me. Like, I remember him going, come on, Shrek, jump. And I was just like, do you know what? Like, I don't want to come to your lessons. Like, you don't make this fun. So I just didn't go, and I went to all the others. So that's why I didn't do Fridays, because I had him first. So I'd be like, Fridays are a write-off.
See, now I have the debate of if a teacher was like, you don't look good, that would urge me to go, I'm going to show you that I look good.
Yeah.
But I feel, I don't know if nowadays, like, people don't want that. And they obviously I completely get everyone takes things differently. I think I'm just a bit of a crazy human.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken quite a lot about this previously, about how you react well to stricter teachers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where,
Yeah.
like,
I'm-
someone like you're not, like, strict and mean.
No,
If you know what I mean?
But this is it can be.
But not to say that I
it can be-
wouldn't react the same with nicer teachers.
Well, no, but it can be constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It can be like,
But, like,
if
calling
you
someone
plie more,
Shrek.
you'll be able to jump higher. Like,
Yeah, but if
But
you call
not-
someone Shrek,
but
that's
not-
like, it's a negative, let's
Yeah.
not strict, a
No.
negative
It's-
connotation
it's-
teacher.
well, let's be fair. In 2021, let's wait till fucking 2022. You'd be cancelled. Essentially, you're calling someone a fat green ogre. Like,
I mean, it's not far off you, but...
no, I know, but do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd never get away with that now. And I'm not saying that like now we're too soft, we're too woke. Like, everything is offensive.
Agreed. And
But
we
to
had
go-
this exact
But
conversation
to go,
2 days ago.
but instead of just being like, yo, you'll be better if you do this, you just go, jump higher, Shrek. Well, that's not
Yeah.
informative. Like,
You're just-
teach me how to.
Tell me how
How
to
to
do
jump.
that.
Yeah,
Teach
yeah.
me how to. Don't just be like, backflip now, do it now. Well, if someone doesn't know what to do or how they're doing, you know what I mean? Like, imagine I just come in and was like, let's say you were in class and you're like, I don't get how to do the knee drop. Just do it. Well, that's not me doing
Yeah.
my job.
No. Anyone
Like-
could tell me to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my job to teach you or to motivate you to have the courage to be able to execute it or understand how to execute it. Like, so I didn't go to college on Fridays and I was a shit student. But do I regret it? Yes. If I could go back and do it again, would I work way harder? Hell yes. But if I'd paid for like... So, okay, let's not look at it as college.
Because it's something you paid for and you're choosing to go to.
Yeah, and I went to college and it doesn't matter. My mum paid for it. Like, I should have still gone. I pissed my mum's money away every Friday. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I got to rip up my mum's £50 every Friday, I would never do it. But I chose not to go to college. Essentially, it's doing the same thing, right? But when this is an external thing and it's a choice, like when I was paying to be in Dance to Excess and traveling to London on a Sunday, I would go. You know what I mean? Like, if I paid for my megabus to London, I'd get on that fucking megabus. Like, with the program, I think people paying outside of their already 35 hours a week of training
Yeah.
and then not to go, that blows my mind.
Mm.
Anyway, that's my rant. So I don't know if I answered your question.
Topic of generational differences. Okay, here's a question. I'll ask both of you this.
Okay.
How genuine are you on social media?
How
And what I mean by genuine is like, how much do you stay true to your personality and characteristics, and then how much do you display that on social media? I'm going to leave it there, and then I'll add to it soon.
I'll go.
Okay.
I feel like I'm quite honest. I feel like I'm quite myself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like who you see on Instagram is who you see
Me in
here.
person.
Who
Yeah.
you see here. I'm the same with you here, whether on camera or outside. I'm always very honest. I'm kind of an idiot at all times. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm not myself. I feel like I'm very much me. The only thing I have become more self-conscious of on social media is to not make things now, like, because we're so woke, not jeopardize myself in a way of like work or offending people, because I've got to tap this ass again.
So are you saying like you wouldn't cast all of your opinions about any subject?
On here I will.
Yeah, but as in like, especially on like your Mr. Ball Change Instagram,
No.
for example, you're wary of what you put forward.
I'm wary of what I'm put forward, and I'm also wary that children follow me.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like, when I was in Dream Boys, like, I said what I wanted on there. I used to throw dildos at people, like, film it. Like, I would film people on the toilet. Like, I would never do that now, because I'm
Yeah.
aware that I have
You're in a different role.
Different
I
following.
have
like,
little girls who I teach who think I'm now famous follow me on Instagram and tell me I look like Simon Cowell. I don't want them to watch a video of me throwing a dildo at Shane. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so I'm very much aware of that. And like the whole COVID thing, like, we never even spoke about it really on here, but like, I'm so like, fuck COVID, let's just crack on with life. Everyone stop being absolute pussies and get over yourself. But I don't cast that to the world, because I'm aware that some people have been affected by it. Like, I know people who have lost family members because of COVID, and I don't want to offend them with my opinion. But my opinion is about me, not about everyone. You know what I mean? So I feel like I do hold back on those kind of subjects. But if it's to do with like how I act, I'm me.
Like, would you be comfortable sharing like a failure, or like if you're going for a rough patch or a mindset issue or whatever, like would you comfortably voice that?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, why do we have to? Like, I know everyone says Instagram, we only show our highlights, but yeah, bitch, this ain't a diary. This ain't a journal.
Of course not.
Like, I don't need to go on there and be like, oh, today my neighbor parked in my parking space and I'm fucked off about it. Like, because, like, that's what Facebook has become. My baby daddy doesn't talk to me anymore, doesn't show up for his kid. Like, who gives a fuck? Go and tell him, not Facebook. Like, to me, I don't want to see negativity. Bitch, I'll watch the news for that. I don't need to hear all your failures and your depression. Like, it's fine if you want to share it. If you're sharing it in a way for other people to be inspired or learn by it. But if you're sharing it because you want people to give you a pat on the back and be everything will be okay.
That's what I'm getting at. It's like,
do one. Like, we've all got our own shit. I don't need your shit as well.
I guess like where I'm going with this is like, as you said, we always highlight our pros, which makes a fake reality for other people to believe in. Like that Mr. Ball Change or Kane is like forever successful, forever, you know, getting new trainers and blah, 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 living this high life. I'm not saying this is what you portray for the record, but I'm using you as an example.
I do buy lots of trainers.
You do buy lots of trainers.
And do you know what, guys? I do have a really fucking dope life. Do you know why? Because I work my fucking ass off. Because when all you don't all see is me driving 30 hours a week. What you don't see is me. And I post my failures. I post me delivering food for the past year on Instagram. I'm a professional dancer. I've danced with the biggest artists in the world. I still deliver food part-time. That could be classed as a failure. Some dancers are too proud to even get a job. I post that to show you all, guys, look, I'm going to hustle for £10 an hour, even though I can go make £150 an hour teaching or whatever. But like, here's me doing more because I want a better life, because I want better things, because I want to be able to fund this podcast, because I want to be able to reach new goals.
Yeah.
Like, so what was failure? Failure is different, because some people go, Kane has to deliver food part-time, and I go, I've just made £50 cash tonight, and if I do this 3 times this week, that's 150, and by the end of the month, that's 600. Let's go, man.
Then I also think those people are too busy invested in your life to then focus on theirs if they're too busy worrying about what you're doing.
That's a very good shout.
Nina.
Solid.
And you've just earned your spot on the podcast.
Yeah, congratulations. Yo, that's dope though, because like, okay, let's piggyback that. How often do you watch someone's Instagram and think about what they're thinking about? All it does is make you think about you. Like, we're all so self-obsessed that we don't think about other people in that light. I don't go on your Instagram and go, I wonder what Nina's feeling today. Like, I don't.
No.
I don't go on anyone's Instagram and think, I wonder what they're feeling today. Unless you've gone on there and told me that you feel great or you feel down. And then if they feel down, if I know them and I care enough, I'll go, hey, how are you? And if I don't know you and I don't care enough, I don't reach out because I don't have time for your problems and mine.
I also think if you're finding failures in someone, you're failing somewhere yourself.
Yeah.
Because like if someone's doing something that's like getting them money and like making them feel good and just doing their life, but it might not necessarily be successful to you, but if you're feeling okay about yourself, you'll be like, oh, but they're happy, so good for them. You won't judge it.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting it kind of like exploits weakness, not a weakness, but like a insecurity within yourself?
Yeah.
Sure.
Fucking Nina's on fire today.
Yeah. Let's go.
Come with the goods.
Come with the
All
goods.
those car talks we have.
I know.
Me just rambling idiot. But you say that, but like, you're so true. Like, I've said it those times, I'm a hater. I am a hater. When I see someone killing the game, I am a hater. But
Really?
not because I don't want them to do well. I want them to do well. I hate it because they figured out something that I haven't. I hate it because they have a skill or they've done something that I haven't figured out how to do yet. I don't use it as in like I said it to Josh Warmby, like, I don't care saying it on here, I said it to him on a voice note. I was like, when I see him like doing his phase abroad and he's like killing it, I'm a hater as in like, fuck, like, he beat me to it. Like, he's conquered something I haven't. He's achieved something I haven't. How the fuck does he do this? I'm not like, I don't want him to be successful. I want us all to be successful. I want everyone to win.
Then, is it?
No, but I'm using it as in like a.
But then do you use that to then go, oh, then I need to do this?
Is it like a switch? Like,
it makes me go, it makes me go, I need to pull the fuck up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Because I think like hating is like, it's like, oh, like fuck that guy. He's got all this, but he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like that to me is hating. You're making a positive out of the situation.
Yeah, okay, so maybe our version of hating is different. But like, I don't see anyone who's like, I think if someone's successful and someone's killing it, just because I don't see what they have, like, they obviously have something. Like, I think success isn't an accident.
No.
Like,
No.
like there's choreographers which like are in huge positions. Do I think their choreography is amazing? No. But you know what? They might be always on time. They might be really reliable. They might be great to work for. They might be, everything else might be perfect.
Yeah.
I just might not like their steps, but that doesn't mean they're bad steps. It just means my preference
That's
is
just
different.
subjective.
Like, you know, like, I don't know. I just think if someone's successful, it ain't an accident. Do you know what I mean?
Or if Cisco was here, would say he was sucking someone off. They were sucking someone off together.
Yo. So, like, this dance industry, like, I spoke to, there's a girl called Christy Lee Manning. She has a podcast called Inside Out. She's coming on the podcast next week via Zoom from Canada. But, like, when we were at Encore, we did a Q&A, and she said the thing about the dance industry, there's three things. It's how good you are, what you look like, and who you know. And the importance of it is who you know, what you look like, and how good you are. And
right.
it's true. It's so
It's
true.
always in the reverse
Who
order.
you know and what you look like are more important than how good you are. Because otherwise, like, there'd be so many dope people working who, you know. But there's loads of people who are on jobs which aren't the best, but they look great, or aren't the best, but they know someone. It is that order. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And so let's rewind that back to social media. How important now? Obviously, you've been on both sides of the coin. You were obviously dancing professionally without social media, and now obviously dance professionally with social media. How important do you think that someone's profile, like Instagram profile, is to potentially booking jobs and putting you in? Because I see a lot of professional dancers or training professional dancers whose social media platform isn't utilized in a way. It's almost like a semi-professional and a private account mixed together. So they've got dance videos and they've also got them pissed at a party. Like, how much do you think displaying the right image on social media does?
For me, like, there's no point you having... It depends who's hiring you, right? Depends who your agent is, what they're going to recommend you. Like, when we spoke about Ella Goodwin's Instagram on here, like, her Instagram is... So it looks so prestigious.
Yeah.
Like, you know, she's very selective by what she posts. She hardly ever posts, but if she does, it's like, in her eyes, it's a 10 out of 10, which most of the time it is. She has it all organized, amazing. But, like, if I look at that profile as someone who doesn't know her, like, I still don't know her. Do you know what I mean? And, like...
That's the balance I find hard.
Do you know what I mean? And that's not a dig at her. Like, she's just not Instagram driven. But, like...
What do you mean you still don't know her? As in, like
showing personality and, like,
sometimes people want someone who's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Right.
People don't just want to hire someone who's good at dancing. If they're going to spend 3 months with you, they want to kind of get an
along with
insight
them.
as to what you're like. They want to know what things you're into. Like, this is the whole Instagram as a dancer. If you're using her as a platform to sell yourself, like, or promote yourself, like, don't you want to promote that you're a fun, kind person as well? Don't you want to promote your other interests? Because that could be the difference between me hiring you. Imagine I was a vegan and I could hire either Nina or you for the job, but she's vegan, but you're both equally as talented. Like, I might be like, do you know what? That will make lunch breaks so much easier.
Right.
Like, all these little
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just, like, spitballing ideas, like,
Yeah.
playing devil's advocate.
On the
Essentially, that's
other side of that-
discrimination. But
On the other side of that wouldn't have happened 5-10 years ago. Like,
No.
so if you went to an audition, you wouldn't have that kind of
No.
characteristic.
But
interaction.
also,
so
5,
do
10
you think?
But 5,
that's
10 years
changed?
ago, for them to see how good you are at dancing, there would have had to be an audition. There's no auditions now. They don't need to audition. They can look at your Instagram.
Right. So are people booking through?
Hell yeah. Loads
Instagram.
of people. Loads of people. My whole business is based via Instagram. Like,
But you're not going out hiring people, right?
no, but I'm promoting to train people to go out and get jobs.
Mhm.
Without Instagram, I don't promote it.
Yeah.
Okay,
not
so
what-
if you let's say you had to audition, let's say you set it up so you had to audition to get into your training program, and you were looking at dancers, and one of them equally talented people, one of them had shots of them partying one of them was just like Nina's profile is all strictly dance, are you more inclined to go with one or the other?
I don't know. Like,
Ooh.
I think it depends on what the crazy person's showing. If they're showing me that the night before they come to work, they're going to be out partying,
Mm-hmm.
that might make me go, can I trust that person? Or to come and train, can I trust that person? But at the same time, like, yo, I've been called the boring one on a job. Like, Nicole Scherzinger said, oh, here's the boring one. Like, because I wasn't the one out partying with her and all the other dancers.
Right.
Like, do you know that? And in my head, I was being the professional. I was
Yeah.
making sure I'm not hungover the next day. I was making sure I didn't look tired. But I got called the boring one. Do you know the only one whose spot would be jeopardized for someone to be replaced would be mine? Because I wasn't doing the social aspect of the job. I was just
Right.
doing the professional side of the job. And once I figured out to have the balance of, oh, I need to go and have fun with them as well and do my job, then all of a sudden it was like, Kane's fun. Like, you're not boring. So
Interesting. Yeah. So you're saying it's obviously
it works on both sides.
both sides.
Again, who you know, what you look like, how good you are. Part of who you know is being social.
Yeah. So it's a good networking system.
Yeah.
So I'm going to flip that over to you, Nina, because your profile is the opposite of what Kane's just said.
Yeah, it
And
is.
you've kept yours strict.
Yeah.
Not strict. Strict is the wrong word, but completely
it's
dance
mainly
orientated.
dance-based.
And
Yeah,
obviously
it's your new
photos.
spotlight.
Yeah.
It's spotlight.
So what's
Just
your
don't pay for
mindset
it.
being surrounding it?
I think it's just, well, one, I don't really use it over the top. Like, I
No.
don't post on my story all the time. I don't, like, share a lot, which I probably should more. But
What drives that? You say like you should post more. Why do you think you should?
just
And stories, etc. Keep tab. Just like-
for, what's the word?
engagement.
Yeah, for like engagement and getting that up, and for like people seeing my profile and like more people looking, like it would help to put on my story more. But then I'm like, I don't feel people need to know my daily life.
Okay.
Like, who's interested in that? Like you're saying,
But should I tell you why you do need to do that?
go on.
Because I've been in both generations, and I remember being in LA and going to castings, and when you sign in and you write all your information, you have to write how many followers you have.
Right. Really?
Why
then
are
I
they
think,
going
like-
to hire you with how many followers have you got?
Like 1,600.
Cool. So why are they going to hire you when they could hire someone with 106,000?
But
You
then
can both do the same job, but you know what they're going to do? That 106,000, post about it. Do you know how many more people are going to see that product that
Right. So then
that
you become
artist
part
is
of the
trying to sell?
marketing team almost.
Exactly.
I
That's
just
why
think
it's
people aren't
important.
interested in what I'm gonna do. Do you know what I mean? Like, why would I post what I'm doing today? I don't like.
Because then it's about people buying into
Into
Nina
you
as
as
a
a
brand.
product. Yeah.
As opposed to Nina as just a dancer. Because let me tell you, like Nike, if they're looking for someone, they're not going to choose you over someone with 100,000 people. There's no way. Because,
Which is sad because you could be so like I've seen some awful TikTok dancers with bloody
dude,
6 billion views or what? Not billion.
Dude, Nick-
total exaggeration.
in my eyes, Nick Bass is the greatest dancer that's ever... Sorry, I almost pulled your hair out. Nick Bass is the greatest dancer that's ever graced this planet Earth. Like, he's got like 1,000 followers or some shit. Like, and no one under the age of like 25 probably even know who he is. Because he doesn't have any social media presence. So like, a Nike gonna want to go, let's get the greatest dancer that's probably blessed this earth to be an ambassador? No one fucking knows who he is. Like...
Yes, it's kind of like we've become dependent on social media to
Yeah.
almost be like a
That's
I think
marketing.
also I have this view of if I'm gonna post something, people think I want it for attention.
right. Go on, elaborate.
So like,
Are we talking strictly dance or like anything?
I think just anything in general. Like, okay, say if I like put a picture up of like what I was eating for the day, and like it was really really nice, and I want to be like, hi, look everyone, like look at what I'm eating. Like, isn't this lovely? Like, are you like jealous? Like, I feel if I post something like that, it's like, what reason for it is it real? What really is the reason for it behind it?
No, I get what you're saying, but I when I'm on my lunch at performers, when I was on my lunch break and they could bring me out salmon egg on toast, I'm like, bitch, everyone's gonna see how good my day just got. Like, but that's because I want people to,
what's driving that?
but that's because I need people to buy into me.
Okay, yeah.
I need-
You're in different positions there, right?
Yeah. Well, yes, essentially, but also no,
Okay.
because you want to do the career that I've had.
True.
right?
Yeah.
In 10 years
was
to
your
hold you
cringe-
now.
22.
But
Yeah,
okay,
think
I'm
about that.
31, so there's 9 years. Like, I'm really fortunate. By the time I was 22, all we had was Facebook. Like,
Bieber and MySpace before it.
so I didn't have much to think about.
Yeah.
Like, but you have way more to think about. So for me to get where I was then, I just had to make sure that every agent knew who I was, and they've all got my CV and headshot. You have so many more things to think about. But like, I know when you're 31, you want to go, oh, I've done all my dream jobs, or almost all my dream jobs, right? But a part of that is going to have to be branding yourself, surely, because otherwise, again, you're going to come back with the battle of why hire you when they can hire someone with
100,000 views.
like
Followers,
I've got a student that I used to teach, and on Instagram she's in like the beginning of the year she had 10,000 followers. Now she's on 90 something. She's a good dancer. Like, she's not like mind-blowingly incredible, but she's a good dancer. But I know that if she gets an opportunity, like if a brand like we're like, we want you to do this advert, like they're gonna pick her over you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then she's gonna get a 30 grand buyout. No one pays that much anymore. But do you know what I mean? It's all those things which do equal up to something.
Yeah.
It's tough. Social media is such a chore.
Dude, it's
Such a
Yeah.
chore.
it's
It's
so
such
tough.
a
I
drag.
feel like I need like a PA.
Yeah,
Just
just for
do
social
it.
media.
It's the same as like Addict. Like, I never knew who Addict was when they first opened, and then like all of a sudden their social media like exploded out of nowhere, and I was like, yo, who are these? You know, like social media is like marketing
It's powerful.
power.
But I just feel like we've been grabbed by the balls by, because they know we have to do this now,
Yeah.
and so they make it. I feel like it's like harder and harder to stay quote relevant. If you're not posting for like a week, your story engagement drops by like 30-40%
For
or
sure.
whatever.
But let's change the narrative.
Okay.
Before Instagram, and you were trying to market yourself, you'd be paying fuckload of money to be on a poster or have your
True.
advert in a newspaper. Do you know how much it costs to put hire me, I'm a dancer in a newspaper? Come to my dance classes in a newspaper? Cost a
Fuckload.
fucking fortune.
Like, it is all free now.
No, it's
Yeah.
free.
It's just-
So
We
essentially,
just have to graph for it instead.
so
Yeah.
well, no, we just have to have some self-control and go, am I doing too much on it? Am I not? Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Treat it like everything else. Treat it like alcohol. Like, treat it like smoking. I don't know. Treat it like anything else. Like, find some self-control and find balance with it. Because essentially, like, Instagram and social media, I know everyone will go, oh, it's made it really, really tough on people. And, you know, they compare and stuff like that. But also, it's made everything really fucking easy. Because, do you know what? I can speak to anyone wherever they are in the world within 3
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard
There's
it,
pros and cons.
You
for
when
sure.
can
I was
contact anyone.
when I was applying for my visa, do you know how hard it was to get in touch with Block? Do you know how hard it was to get in touch with Kenny Wormold, to send emails and emails and emails and try and get the correct email? Whereas now I could just go,
Wait, mate.
Ding.
you know, like,
Yeah.
but then people will go, oh, it's like, you know, it's bad for people's mental health because people compare and stuff like that. And I'm like, yes, I feel that, but also
But is that then a them issue?
They need to follow
That's
the
them
right
issue.
things.
that's the them
Do you know what I
issue.
mean?
Yeah, I used to follow loads of bodybuilders and stuff. I think I've said it on, not with us before, but on an earlier episode. I used to follow loads of bodybuilders when I was like trying to get sponsored by fitness companies, and I used to have such body dysmorphia because I would always look at like these bodybuilders who spend all day every single day to look a specific way. That's not what I was trying to do, but I used to hate how I looked because I never looked like what I looked at every day. So I just unfollowed them all.
Unfollowed.
And as soon as I
Yeah.
unfollowed them all, I was always like, oh, this is easier. Like, the simplest thing, the best thing I've done this year for social media is turn off being able to see how many likes other
Likes.
people have. I can
Yeah.
still see how many I have, but I can't see how many people other have. So now I don't look at it. I don't go, they're more popular than me. They're cooler than me. They're this than me. But you'll still do it because I can go and look at Alex Chambers' dance class and see that it's sold out and mine wouldn't be. You can still compare it. You can still go, there's still ways to do that, but just little adjustments to turn off those likes. That's going to make social media more bearable. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
just turn like I think we said this a couple of weeks ago. Like I turned notifications off.
Dude,
quite
when
recently.
you told me that you had your notifications on, do you remember? I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I turned it off. I think that day or the day after, and I went from like 500 notifications just like the raw basics. Life changing.
I don't get I don't get message notifications. I don't get anything. Just phone call. Turn off everything.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll be like this. I'm already like this.
You're really like you're really responsive to me, for example. Every time I message you, you're on it.
Because I'll check my phone regularly,
right,
to make sure I'm not missing anything important.
Yeah.
But the only people that can get in contact with me are people that are really important.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. You know what I mean? Like, say there's a fucking, I don't know, Jim Bob from Saudi Arabia wants to go, hey, I really like your dance video. Cool, I'm not going to see that until I look to see that.
Good to see it, yeah.
Because I don't need to know that, like, cool. But, like, I'm too busy to go, oh, someone's liked it. I've got 1 like. Yay, my phone should bing. Come on.
Yeah, fair play.
But social media is, I believe, like, if you can not have it, good for you. But I'm telling you,
business is just dependent on it now.
A huge dependent. Do you know what Lily Hodge, dancer, I don't know if she still does this, but she deletes Instagram and WhatsApp off her phone. I think it's both of them. I might be like butchering this a little bit, but she deletes them off her phone and then she just re-downloads them when she wants to use them.
Right. Clever.
I was like, yo, because every time you want to check Instagram, you're not going to just be like, I'm going to download this quickly.
Yeah, it's just there.
So I took it off my home screen to make it harder to get to.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it work?
So then I have to do like an extra 3 or 4 actions. Now I just do the same actions, and I don't. It becomes like
so natural.
Yeah, and now I just have to like I have to cite Instagram into it and stuff. But I still do that. It's like I just found the next way to get to it. It's just like a
like my
harder.
screen time is absolutely outrageous, but
it's voice noting me the whole time.
But yeah, a lot of it is like voice noting. But you know what? Like, I don't even care. Like, I know that sounds bad, but like, I don't even care.
But I think
because I'm constantly trying to work on me or my brand. Or if I'm not, I'm trying to look for inspiration.
It's not like pointless scrolling.
I'm watching dance videos or shopping for cars.
Well, this is what
I spent 3 hours last night car shopping.
How do you then use social media? Like, for me, I only have, it's like we were saying earlier, I've only got people that motivate me or inspire me. I've got amazing dancers, good PTs, like mindset coaches, etc., etc. Go on. It's like I use it in a positive way. But what we were saying, there's nothing negative that comes up on my feed, and if they do, they're gone straight away.
Yeah. I have negative stuff come on my feed though.
Why?
No, but it's like,
what's the point?
Well, it just might be something that someone else has posted. It's not like I've purposely followed negative them stuff.
Yeah.
But like,
okay, someone who's repetitive, always negative words.
yeah, they're probably gone. Like on Facebook, I've deleted loads of like my school friends because I always just see them, like I said earlier, like baby daddy didn't show up for his daughter, he doesn't love her. I'm like, bye, bitch. Like, you're gone. Like, I may as well call you Boris. Like, get the fuck out. I don't know. To me, it's just like you're in control of this stuff. Like, as much, I just feel like
what I'm saying is like control the.
Yeah, I just feel like,
outlet.
don't you just think we love blaming other people for shit?
What's the saying, Nina? What's the saying? Go on. I say this at least once a week.
When a finger points at you, 3 point back.
When you point one finger, 3 point back at you.
It was close.
It was close.
Okay.
Like, I just don't get blaming other, like, oh, it's so hard, like, social media is damaging, like, it's making us all depressed. You downloaded it.
It's true, you can get rid of it.
You can get rid of it. I get that it does all of these things. I agree it does. Yeah. But also, if you know it's having that effect of you,
but I think
sort it out.
Now that there's the issue of, it's now like teenagers, they live on it, right? I was talking to a couple of students yesterday about it, and they on it 24/7. They no longer know what to do when they're at a bus stop. When before me and you,
is that thing like, I feel if I'm waiting somewhere or like I'm waiting to see a friend,
I'm
like, if I stand here not doing anything, I look like a right weirdo, just stood here.
Yeah,
but I'm like, you can do that.
Yeah, like I used to go to school. I used to have my shitty little MP3 player that had 16 songs on it, and and you know,
I used to flick the little trigger to change one.
Absolutely, and I just used to sit on Think on the Bus. I used to just sit there. Yeah. You know, but that's no longer a thing. What I'm saying about the generational thing is like, now that's almost taught by parental behaviour. You see all parents, they're standing on their on their phone, so the kids pick it up, and then it's like a knock-on effect for a lot longer shit, basically. Can you see if that cable's wiggling a little bit? Just push it in. Sorry, mate. And then press the button again.
Tap that ass.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. I just struggle to like.
I guess what I was saying is like, I think for adults who didn't grow up with social media, it's easier to control the narrative. But I think when it's ingrained into you for such a young age, it's harder for them to have an emotional understanding of what's going on.
Yes.
And being able to see the difference in their behavior before and after. And the earlier you learn a behavior, the more ingrained it becomes into you. So I think like for the teenage generation, it's going to be like a much harder thing to control how they behave on social media.
So what do you do then?
So
what do you do as a parent? Do you go to your kid, you're not having social media and you're not having a phone and all this stuff, which I'm fully down with. You know, I know some parents which used to be like, my kid can't play on the PlayStation, my kid can't do all this stuff. But in the world of 2021, everything we have in technology, everything we do with work is practically technology based. So by you not letting a kid have social media or not letting them have technology or a phone or a computer, actually what you're doing is you might be like, yes, I get it, you're looking out for them mentally and you want them to go outside and play in a park. I fully get it, because I want my kids to go outside and play in the park or go and do activities. But also you're slowing down their learning process of the world that they're going to enter. Because when they leave, 99% of jobs require you to understand technology. So for like, I've got little cousins who like, they're autistic but they can use a phone. Like one's autistic but he can use a phone. Like my nan can't use a phone. So essentially my cousin could do a job in this day and age
better than your nan.
Better than my nan.
Yeah.
Like, and I love
it's like nan. 2-year-olds.
But like,
it's always your bloody nan, isn't it?
She doesn't know. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so we need them to use their phones.
Use it. But it's becoming gone. You go.
Yeah, but then it's like, do you need to draw a line of how much they use it? Like in a work aspect only. I mean, you can't really do that, can you? But
well,
like,
I would be making my kids do their schoolwork on a laptop or on an iPad or on their phone.
You'll be getting them to two-step. You won't be getting them to...
No, my kids aren't dancing.
Stop cursing!
My kids are dancing. If they put music on and go to dance, I'm like, turn that!
Read a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess where the issues lie, is there an education issue within parenting and schooling of how to emotionally understand your response to social media? Do you know what I mean? Like,
can you please repeat that?
Sorry, that was a really poorly structured sentence. It's getting late. No, it's like how
Granddad's 2:00.
It's been a long day. How are we, like what you were saying about like drawing the line? Like there needs to be more education surrounding like how we should use social media. Kind of like what we're discussing in this podcast now.
Yeah, like
And is that something that we can input in school? Is that something as mentors, like for example, you can, who obviously teach teenagers a lot, is that something that, you know, you can implement? Is that your responsibility?
No,
Probably
it's not my
not.
responsibility.
But it's like, are we leading the next generation with that? I say we, you. I'm pointing fingers at you.
Well, we're trying. We're having this discussion on a platform that they need to have a device
to listen
to or to watch. And
I see what you're saying. I'm
and
just
if they
asking
don't
provoking
have a
questions.
device to listen or watch, we don't all need to be here. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's the world we're going down. Whether we like it or not, whether we think it's good or bad, we can't stop it.
No, again, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I guess I'm just trying to ask questions which get an insightful answer from you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not intelligent enough to
You're
dig
very
deeper
intelligent, Kane.
than just...
Your glasses are on.
The glass.
Really, no. Other than the fact, I just know that we need it.
Yeah.
And I know that since having technology, I know more. I'm cleverer.
More clever.
But then it's, but like,
More clever.
not saying you're not clever,
Cleverer.
but like it's there. Everything is in the palm of your hand to get. Is that what's making you clever?
Yeah, because I know more.
Yeah, because you can Google something.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Google
oh, look, I've got the answer.
Do you know, like, do you know how many podcasts I listen to a day? Like,
Yeah.
I don't go and listen to Doja Cat. Like, I go and listen to podcasts, or like I go and like learn shit.
Yeah.
I can agree. Like, there's so much learning resources out there now.
Like, what if you said to your kid, you can play on Instagram, but you have to listen to a podcast at the
See,
same
that
time?
would be the way to control it.
Like, that'd be
I think
me.
not just using a phone just for social media. It's like, well, you have to learn it to. You have to use it to as a learning tool.
Yeah, for every hour of fun, you have to have an hour of work. Like whether that be a podcast learning or like reading or like there's so many apps. Like I've got Duolingo,
Love
like the
Duolingo.
language app on your phone.
How often do you use it?
I've used it once, but that's because like, you know, I'm not trying to learn another language. I just downloaded it because I wanted to see what it was like, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Let's see if I remember Spanish. But like, if you want to learn Spanish, do you know how much easier that is to learn Spanish?
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
Taking class, whatever.
or paying for your kid to go to Spanish lessons out of school.
Question. How much time do you reckon you use your phone for educational purposes, like podcasts, versus how much time you do mindless scrolling? And I will say looking intentionally at dance videos could be educational, in your case.
Half
Or as inspirational,
50-50.
50-50. Nina?
Yeah, I do scroll just randomly.
And what do you scroll on?
But I don't scroll through rubbish though. It is like dance videos and that. So then does that count as
Yeah, because as long as you're taking inspiration
It's hard,
from
isn't it? Because that's your interest. But like,
Yeah.
say you're talking like to
This
my
is-
mum.
yeah.
My mum's isn't educational because her interests probably isn't like her job. Like
Yeah.
her job is her job. We're just really fortunate that our job is our interest.
Yeah.
Like, so my hobby, the thing I love to do, the thing I love to watch, the thing I love to look at is also my job. So does that count?
Yeah. All right, as in...
Yeah,
As
but like I'm just
educational.
for us, yeah. But I'm just talking about as like general public. Like,
Yeah.
But you've crafted that life.
yeah,
so
for sure.
That's like almost like a Brucey bonus that comes with it, right?
We got the good life.
It's hard.
It
It's
is.
a hard life. It's like I was saying, like I say it all the time. Like this, I think this is one of the hardest careers to get into. Like, because even when you make it, you've not made it.
No, you got to keep.
When you make it in another profession, like if you make it as an actor, you get in a film, you become like Tom Cruise. You do one film, you're good for life. You make it as a dancer, you book a music video, you might have just paid rent. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's not like there's like
I know I've gone
a
off topic.
top. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're in, I don't know, a normal office job. Okay, sorry, not normal, but if you're in an office job,
Muggle life.
Muggle life. Do apologize. But like if you're in an office job, like the top is the manager, and then like you're there.
Yeah.
We don't have a hierarchy.
hierarchy.
really.
Well, you
That's
become
interesting.
you become a choreographer or a creative director, but also
But even then, you're still living job to job, right?
yes.
Yeah,
That's what I was
exactly.
saying.
Yeah,
That's what I was just about to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like as an actor,
And you might not book another choreography job.
or as a
Do you know what I mean?
or as a musician, like as a musician, if you're dope, maybe not anymore. But back in the day, if you released one banging song, you're good. You're set for
Yeah.
life. Back in the
So
day.
many artists.
Back in the
did
day.
that. So
Back in the day, not now.
What is that?
Like, but if you live cleverly, like you can be done.
Wheatus, Teenage Dirtbag.
I'm just a teenage
So I went to their-
dirtbag baby.
They were a one-track wonder. The rest of their music was fucking dire. When I saw them live, worst band I've ever seen.
Yeah, but,
But you still know them
that
because
song
of that
was-
one song.
Yeah.
brilliant, and I like their name Wheatus. I always just think of Weetabix.
Ooh.
Ooh, Weetabix.
Moving on.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Video of the week?
Video of the week.
Which one's that again?
First one.
Kyle Lyle.
That one.
Which one?
Lyle.
Lyle.
Yeah. Kyle Lyle.
Kyle. As cake.
Kyle Lyle.
Cake. Who? I can't pronounce the first.
I know
his
that
name.
wasn't very dance topicy, but I feel like we
It's
didn't have it in
needed,
there.
I
It's
felt-
needed. Right. This is a new setup, so this might go a bit wrong.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag
Okay.
baby.
Ooh,
So this
Don't Love Hearts.
video of the week. Ooh.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. It's not the best on this, but whatever. Let's go.
So the video of the
start
week.
again?
Yeah, if we can start again, I want to see the intro. I wish we could have music. So shit. Like, so the video of the week is Lyle Beniga, wearing a yellow t-shirt, dancing to, I believe it's what song was it?
Ayo, technology.
Yes, it is Timbaland and Justin Timberlake, best collaboration team of all time, I believe. Personal preference. Dancing at Kinja Studio, I believe. And why I really like it is because musically it's perfect. They're all dope dancers. The movement quality is nice. I love how they go in and out of synchronicity to having their own decisions and their own choices, and then coming back to synchronicity. It's clean, but they're not all doing, like, it's not robotic as in a way that is boring. Like, they all still have their own flavor and their own style, but they're telling the same story. Another thing I liked is I've watched this video 4 times, and I've only just realized that there's a human behind Lyle because he's wearing the same color top. Right? Look, oh yeah, there he is. I just feel like, because everything's like, they're all wearing black, and then I only just saw the person behind him. And Jake is in it, Ginger Jake, and he's my new favorite dancer after Misha Gabriel. But look how good it is. What do you think, Nina Brown?
I do. It's also effortless, and it just it's like, I don't want to use the word easy to watch, but like, it feels good to watch.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. And they have a really nice, Lyle has a really nice contrast of using his arms and his footwork. And what I really like is there's always directional changes. So if you watch, it doesn't always just stay square onto the front. Like, it changes directions a lot. He uses angles and stuff like that, like back front, side. Like, it just makes it more visually pleasing. You don't get bored. Like, you know when you see some combos and people are just facing the front the entire time? And it's like, he's constantly giving different looks. Super nice. Yeah, so Lyle is my video of the week, even though I think this video is 11th of August is actually really old. Isn't it weird that we class the 11th of August as really old now? Because we're so used to things being viral for like a day. Whereas like, we used to be like, oh, that's dope, and that song would be out for like 3 years and it'd still be a banger. Whereas we dispose of stuff so fast now. Social media's fault. And it's liked by missable change. No, but this was my video of the week. I just watched it and I was just like, yo, this is so nice. So yeah, Lyle is video of the week.
Let's go, Lyle.
Have either of you ever taken class from Lyle?
I have not. I think I've watched one of his classes on, I want to say
CLI?
CLI, I think I did.
I've never taken. I've only ever, I've taken his classes on CLI. But I've never taken in real life, which is nuts if you think I lived 4 minutes from him for 3 years. But I never used to take his class because he always taught at ML, and I never took class at ML. I always took class at Millennium because I was I was part of the faculty. I taught their kids program, and the money was trash, but I only taught it so I could get free class. So that was my way of like making up. So say I earned like $40 for teaching the kids program for a class, I'd be like, that's fine because I'm taking class all week for free, just for doing that 1 or 2 hours a week. You know what I mean? So I never used to pay to take class at ML. I'd only take class if I could guest because I was poor. Yep, Lyle is video of the week. Lyle Beniga.
And on that note, we're going to pause for a quick advert break.
Pow, pow, pow. Boom. What's up, party people? You know one of the worst things about being a self-employed performer? That's right, it's your tax. If you're sick and tired of collecting all your receipts and guessing your way through your tax rebate, well, I know the people that can remove the stress and make it as simple as 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right. It's Theatre Accounts. They're an accounting company that specialise in working with performers, so they know all the things that we can claim back, and it's so simple. You upload your invoices and bank statements to their website, and they do all the work for you. It's cheap, it's easy, and once you try it, I guarantee you will not regret it. It has changed my tax life. Just email info@theatreaccounts.co.uk. That's Theat, Theat accounts. So again, that's info@theatreaccounts.co.uk. Make sure you tell them you're from the Ins and Outs podcast and you'll get some 5-star VIP treatment. You will get treated like a king. Honestly, they've changed my life. They've made it so much easier. They've removed the stress from tax, and they can do the same for you. Boom. 3, 2, 1.
We don't need the clap. We'll go with it.
Team.
So we had a little break so Nina could take a poo.
People will actually believe that. So thank you.
So yeah, that was Lyle's video of the week. Booked and Blessed is my friend Kai Lin.
I am doing this
Kai
on the wrong
the
screen.
Dragon Lin. I think that's his Instagram,
Sorry.
right? There he is.
I'm in.
I don't know if you can all see that. He's gonna send us this so we can.
I can't get it
Get
bigger.
It. Yeah,
I was
yeah,
doing a
he's
little
reeled
bit.
it. Like, it's weird. But he is
Oh.
going to send it. I spoke to him earlier. But the
Fuck.
reason I like this is...
Sorry, guys, that's the best I can go.
Firstly, the reason I like this is because he's my friend. And I support my friends, especially if they're good. It's to Usher. Nice and Slow. And to me, like, I feel like we love dancing fast. Like, people love moving really, really fast because, you know, it looks like, whoa, and it's impressive. But, like, for me, the patience that he has in this routine, like, there's so much stillness. He's not afraid to, like, move slow. I know this song's called Nice and Slow. But he's not afraid to, like, have stillness. And then, I mean, that'd be super dope. Where he does the tour to the jazz split straight back into the combo. But it just shows the quality of his movement. Like, there's so much time for him to be exposed if he does something badly. But everything's executed so well.
That's like what you said on Sunday, though. Like, when with the slower track... I always do this. With the slower track, it was harder for people because we had to feel the music and not just go all the time.
Yeah, like, I just feel like you have to be so present within each movement because you can't just go rush to the next one. You know what I mean? And you can really see the quality of his movement. I mean, he is a freaking phenomenal dancer. Like, technical, like, dope at contemporary. Proper hip-hop head. There's a reason he's one of the most working dancers at the moment. And do you know what? Like, he's now the working Asian guy. Like, in the States. He's the thug Asian dude that books all the jobs. Like, he's just done Gwen Stefani's residency. He's done Usher's residency. Like, I mean, all in 1 year. Can you imagine just doing those 2 jobs alone for a day? Let alone the residencies in Vegas. But he is phenomenal. Like, and he trains his absolute ass off. And he's the nicest dude. I met him in the gym.
Did you?
Yeah, I met him in the gym. He just came up to me and started talking to me.
And you just both happen to be dancers?
He said, I saw you at class.
Right.
And he's like, where are you from? We just started talking. I had no idea who he was. And I was like, oh, he's cool. Then I never knew how talented he was. So I'd see him at the gym all the time. And then I remember seeing him one time in class and being like, this was before we really posted dance on social media, on Instagram, because you only had 15 seconds to post a video. Or 10, whatever it was. And I remember seeing him in class and be like, yo, he's dope. And then we did a video for Pete Styles together. But, like, he's killing it, man. I'm so proud of him. I mean, I don't need to be proud of him. That means nothing to him because he's incredible. But, no, this is my Booked and Blessed. For me, he's super versatile. He's true to himself. And if you go on his Instagram page...
Oh, me?
Jake.
Yes, please.
Oh, wait.
Like,
Jake.
even someone's comment is the musicality, though. I wish, like, you all need to go and listen to it because it's dope. Oh, there you go, look.
What
Then
am I
Normani, Gwen Stefani, Usher, Christina, Tinashe. Like, what a boss. So he does Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well, which I like. He does other stuff. Keep going down. What's that one in the middle?
This one?
Yeah, is that him doing, like, some technical shiz? Teaching contemporary today. There you go.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. We're just going to have to watch it like that.
That's okay. Like, that doesn't look like the same guy that you just saw in a baggy ass tracksuit, right? Like, you wouldn't think that's the same person. And he's just rolling around the floor, all soft and slow and shit, in tights, with a flex foot.
She'd like to narrate this video.
Yeah. No, man, he's dope. I wish that I had more time to train with him, because he's dope at freestyling too. He came on the podcast and he was like, yo, we need to do another one. He would loved it. So if you haven't listened to the podcast with Kai, it's really good. And he talks about his upbringing.
Is he still based in LA?
Yeah, he's from New York. And he like got bullied and shit for dancing. Like, and now look at him. Like, which is nuts to think he got bullied, because I imagine if you don't know him, he probably comes across quite scary because he looks thuggish and got face tattoos. But he's incredible. Yeah, Booked and Blessed, Kai Lin. If you're in KingKai.official, if you're in LA, go and take his class when he teaches. He's teaching quite a lot at the moment, I think, if he's not on a job. Only 19,000 followers. He should have more.
And it's no
all the
longer
trash that
working.
gets all these like 100,000 followers, and then there's dope people with just 19, or you with 1,000. Right?
Not quite there yet, though.
Well, you know,
We'll see what it's like after your next job. Could be interesting to see, actually, to track how much, if there's a massive following increase after.
Hey, if you
your
brag
tour.
about it and post about it all the time,
Yeah.
and that you think no one will care about, I bet you more people will follow you.
Yeah.
People don't want to. People don't want to follow people that don't show them anything. There's nothing to look at.
Yeah,
There's nothing
true.
to follow. You're just another number on their page that don't give them anything. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Would you pay for a Netflix subscription but not watch Netflix? No. Go on.
Shall we do a video from
Oh
Sunday?
yeah. We're gonna show a video from the program just so people kind of get a gist of what they get. So this is group 6 doing my Justin Bieber combo. It's got Nina Brown.
Didn't you learn this one from video?
Not this
Not
one.
this one.
No, Scarlett and Lainey. But all very, very lovely dancers. I put all these guys in a group together to challenge them, because I feel like they're all at a point in their life where, like, you know, they can pick up and dance combos. Like, we know that. But the hard thing for them is, like, they all dance very differently.
Mm-hmm.
You and Scarlett are both really full out, so that kind of was like, you two, I believed you two would find it easier to match each other, but I knew you'd have to both adapt to match Lainey, because Lainey's full out, but it's in a different way. She's less full out, but you all blended really, really nicely together, especially doing this combo, because it's a tricky one, I think, I don't think it's hard to learn, I just think it's hard to execute nicely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Was there an intention behind the choreography?
I wanted it to
As
be
what you
like,
want to teach?
we're on stage.
Gotcha.
Like, we didn't do like stage transitioning and stuff, but in my head I was like, if I was to do this on tour on stage, this would be like
The
my
steps.
dream. Yeah, it's not super intricate, and like there's a lot of shapes and footwork, but just so it'd be big and it reads to an audience.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any intention with your filming?
No.
Ooh.
I didn't even know what the combo was.
Put that right back at you then, didn't I?
No,
You're like,
because
"Oh."
like I think it's interesting to know what thought process you have, because obviously it's a training program. So like, yeah, the idea behind what you did.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I was trying to get
I
at.
wanted it
I
to.
was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
picking
No, I just
holes.
wanted them to be able to execute stage choreography. Like, if I was to choreograph this number for stage, this is what I would have done.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously with transitions and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Should we do it?
Yes. And we have
I can't actually see what I'm doing.
there you go. Smack that thing. Nice editing. So you have Nina on the left, Scarlett in the center, and Lainey on the right. Like, I think you all did a really nice job to match each other. Lainey's actually banging that bit full out. It's more full out than you two then.
Yeah, I really tried to be like, just relax.
Sorry, I'm not talking and doing this on my... It's not very interesting for everyone because I'm really watching.
Make noises.
Slap and groove. This is
Hey.
my favorite bit. Da, 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 da. Roll and back and
Hey.
zoo. Ga dum dum. Dig 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 dig. Pew boom. Da piano. Heel
Hey,
toe.
hey.
Heel toe. Clap. Was it hard to do?
It was.
Because to me it's easy to do, but it's
It
because I made it
was-
up.
Like, there would always be different bits in it when I was like, oh wait, what links into the next bit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It was like
It was a sleep on it.
There's a sleep on her. Yo, the set looks nice. Oh, that backlight on the left is disappointing. It's falling over.
Oh.
Jake, how do you feel when you watch your own videography?
Ooh.
I hate it.
Because, like,
I hate it.
if you think how new you are, essentially, to doing it, like, you're doing so fucking dope, bro.
Thanks. I think, like, because I know what you want from it. I know you want it to all be about dance, so I just keep it super simple.
Yeah.
But there's so many moments where, like, I'm slightly angled to the left, slightly angled to the right. I was like, I wish I was more squared up.
Doesn't
here.
bother me at all.
But it's like what we're looking at differently, right?
I'm literally just looking at them dance. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to see
Yeah.
fucking Steven
Which is,
Spielberg.
I film it knowing that's how you want it to
Like, if you
filmed.
started
Do you know
editing,
what I mean?
like, if you come up to me like, look at this, I got a nice close-up of that heel toe, I'd be like, why have you wasted our time? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to see everything. Like, if you can edit it and show me how nice the heel toe is, then that means, like, they should be able to show me how nice that heel toe is.
Mm.
I don't need you to. I want them to. Like, That's my only thing with like when some people shoot dance and they edit it and they change angles and stuff. I'm like, are you trying to distract me from the dancing not being great?
Oh yeah,
Because like when I
100% fuck up
Yeah.
cover.
yeah, because like when I think of like dance videos that used to inspire me, it was like on a really pixelated shit phone at Millennium Dance Complex, and it's really blurry and it was one take on an angle, and I used to watch it and be more inspired than anyone could ever imagine. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, we don't need to have all these fancy edits and cuts. Probably it'd make it more interesting for like my nan to watch or for the viewer, because my nan's not looking at the quality of the movement. Do you know what I mean? So it's going to help her engage. The same way as like people watching this, when it changes angles, they probably think it's nicer that they're not just seeing all of us the whole time. But I don't know, when I watch it, I just want to see the dancing. I think you're doing great, bro.
Thanks, bro. Again, you're easy to film for because you what you're saying, you want the dance. So I just keep it full shot, basically.
I'm just an easy guy.
You are very easy. Annoyingly easy sometimes because it's hard to...
Tell me what to
like,
do.
when me and Skylar were talking about like how to do like a piece or whatever for an artwork piece for the ins and outs, it's like so much easier for the client to explain what they want.
Yeah.
Because then you can go, right, I can start piecing the puzzle together.
Yeah.
When you're just like, here's a blank canvas, have fun.
Yeah, and that's me. I'm just like, do you? What do you want it to be? I don't know, just make sure it's not crap. Like, no, I understand why that would be hard, but also like I'm showing that I trust in you.
Yeah, I'm
That's how I
but
see it. Because if
to-
I
to
didn't
put
trust someone, I would just be like, you're not doing it.
To put it on the
Like-
flip side, it's like, let's say someone calls you up to advertise a trainers and they want to do a dance video for it, but that's it. That's what they're giving you.
The only question I have to say, is it for Skechers?
You don't know. Like, you're literally going in completely blank. You just know it's trainers and a dance video. That's kind of like what it's like talking to you. Not in an offensive way, but like, let's say they then spend 5 hours on you spend 5 hours choreographing it. I don't know why you spent 5 hours, but here we are. And then they go, shit, I don't want it.
Yeah, I feel you.
You feel me? I'm not slating.
Yeah, I don't care. Because if I don't like it, I will tell you what I don't like.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do I not? Like, when you were doing logos, I was going, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm very much like, but I need to see.
But I'm guessing until that happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, bro.
So if you said, oh, this is the theme that I like, this is an inspiration, I can start, or whoever the worker is, they can go, ding, 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 okay, I've got ideas.
But with some stuff I do, like when we were coming up with what we wanted this to look like, I would send references. I'd be like, I like this, I like this,
True.
I like this.
True.
Just sometimes I'm like, just
Yeah,
go,
do what you
because sometimes
But
I feel like
nice that you trust their ability.
I wouldn't ask someone if I didn't trust them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like if someone come up to me and said, I want to do this for you, and I didn't trust you, I'd be like, well, I need it to be like this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
So like for people who have
Yes,
no
sir.
idea what we're talking about, Scarlett, one of the dancers, the girl in the middle in the last video, she's a dope artist and I didn't know. And I said to her, create something to go on the wall. And she was like, well, what do you want? And I was like, I don't care. Just make sure. No, I did give some guidance. I said, don't do an animal. I said, make sure it's got something to do with us or the podcast. And I said, and I don't want it to be a portrait of me or Jake. That's guidance.
Imagine it's just me.
Don't make it. That's guidance. Don't make it an animal. Don't make it a me or him. Make it something to do with either dance or the podcast. That's
Okay,
guidance.
I didn't hear that part of the conversation. So
No.
I'm assuming. Apologies. So.
And then you said, what colours you want? I said, I don't care. And you went orange. I went, yeah, I want orange. And then you went sparkle. And I went, no. And you went, it'll make it look better. I went, sparkle.
Listen to Jake.
That helps. Right, guys, let's wrap this bitch up. See you all
Nina,
next
thank
week.
you.
Nina, thank you so much for being our
we
first.
Thank you.
distracted your choreo session up in the studio.
So good.
Yeah. We need to make sure that we put the next thing we shoot on this couch on a different tape for the casting couch.
That's just me and you, though, right?
Yes. Anywho, yeah. So thank you all for tuning in, Nina. Thank you for stepping in and coming and joining us.
No, thank
It was
you.
lovely.
I've enjoyed it.
I'd just like to say, I'm really proud of you. Nina booked her first job, so yay.
Woo.
She's going on tour with Thriller, but Germany and COVID have said, see you in March instead of last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But hey, it'll all happen in good time. Good time, my
Will.
friend. Good time. Go and check us out on Instagram at
Nina
if we can-
Hayward _ Hayward.
Ooh, let's go
I'm
spelling.
not Hayward.
Hayward.
Hayward. She's a Hayward. Me at Mr. Ball Change or at the Ins and Outs Podcast, or Jake at Gibson_Media.
Boom.
And go to theinsandoutspodcast.com. If you want to join the program, DM us. Peace.
Oh, wait. Fade.